So Fable is in an interesting situation. Okay, they're being made by a studio that we just covered, not even just a couple of minutes ago, Playground Games, who is also making the Forza Horizon series. Right, that is what they are good at. Okay, they're making Fable, and apparently it has become interesting information, to say the least, that the cinematics that people have been criticizing with Fable, and this can mean a lot of different things, by the way. The cinematics that people have been criticizing, those office style interview cinematics, right? The very cringe cinematics. Well, apparently, Fable cinematics are getting a helping hand from Blizzard, of all people. Blizzard's cinematic team is actually working on Fable's cinematics, which I find to be extremely interesting and a little bit concerning, because if you guys don't know, first off, I'll say this: the amount of detail that Blizzard is able to do in their cinematics has always been impressive. Okay. They were obviously more impressive back in the day. Now they're impressive only because of the detail, because they ruin everything else, right? Like the characters, the way they're portrayed, they ruin everything else, but the detail is really impressive. So what they're able to create is actually pretty damn interesting. However, the unfortunate truth is that this kind of explains a lot, right? This kind of explains a lot. This kind of explains why Fable cinematics are so fucking cringy, why they have moved in the direction that they decided to move, which was this office style. I don't even know like what to even call it, really. At the end of the day, it's the office style cutscenes and cinematics where they're trying to pretend like they're in an episode of The Office. I don't know why they're doing that. Now, I don't know if it's Blizzard only that's doing this. I don't even know if it's Blizzard that's taking part of this. But what I will say is that knowing that Blizzard is involved in some way, shape, or form in the cinematic creation in Fable really does make me kind of realize what's truly going on here. All right. So, in any case, as spotted by WCCF Tech, Xbox Chief Content Officer Matt, you guys know I got to do this, right? Come on, you guys know. You guys know. Matt Booty. You can't say Matt Booty's name without accentuating the last name, all right? Blizzard cinematic contributions on Fable as just one of the many emerging collaborations between different teams and studios. Now, the funny thing is that we are now getting all the information that apparently they are collaborating with a bunch of studios within Xbox, almost as if Xbox understands that Playground Games is probably a little bit over their head. You know what I mean? Like, why did you give a flagship RPG to a racing game studio? I still don't have an answer for. But at the end of the fucking day, I think that these collaborations are showing that they know that they're probably a little bit over their head right now. We've really seen a lot. Once we build those connections of teams starting to share things with each other, Booty said on the official Xbox podcast, our team in Vancouver, the Coalition, they are really our center of excellence for Unreal Engine work, and that is benefiting the teams. For example, at Brian's Fargo's studio in Exile, working on Clockwork Revolution, they're able to benefit from all of the really technical work that they're doing up at the Coalition. There are other examples. Booty continued. We've got the Blizzard Cinematics team helping out on Fable. We've got our studio in Montreal, Compulsion Games, using the Activision mocap studio. We've got, I think, the team at Rare, a lot of multiplayer experience working on Sea of Thieves, helping out at Double Fine on The Kiln, the pottery game. There's a lot of examples for that. So there it is. There it is. Blizzard is involved in the Fable game. They are working on the cinematics, whether they're doing all of them or doing a few of them or just doing some of them, who knows? But they got a lot of people working on this game. But here's what I'll also say. Anytime I see this many hands in the pot, anytime I see this many fucking chiefs and not enough Indians, right? I'm going to tell you that this is probably going to lead to an extremely convoluted product at the end of the day. How do I know this? Because we've seen this before. We've seen many examples of this before. Actually, Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably the best example of this, where the Assassin's Creed Shadows work kind of felt so convoluted. If you guys remember, all the cutscenes felt like they were all over the place. The dialogue felt like it was all over the place. And it's because, come to find out, almost 3,000 people worked on that game. Almost 3,000 people worked on that game, right? They had almost 2 hours worth of credits just on its own. 3,000 people, right? So when I look at these studios that have this many people working on one video game, I have to sit here and wonder, what the fuck are we doing? Like, how can you actually manage a team of 3,000 people? Right? John D says, who here actually played Assassin's Creed Shadows? Anybody? I did. I played it. I beat the game. I reviewed it. Actually, I think I'm one of the few people on YouTube that I know of anyway in this space that has actually beaten Assassin's Creed Shadows. Most people got too bored and gave up before the credits rolled. You know? So I went through the hell to give it a shot and to see what it was about. But I'll tell you right now, that shit was a convoluted mess. It was an absolute convoluted mess. But in any case, we at least got the I am eager meme, which is good, you know? Like Kata's 24-hour stream. Yeah, the 24-hour stream that never happened. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Did you platinum it? No, fuck no. Fuck no, Tanya. Oh my God. I don't even want to go back. Like, I thought about going back to platinum that because I just wanted to. I was looking at games that I already played, and I was thinking to myself, what did I already play that I could go back and try to platinum? And obviously that game came up, and I looked at it. I was like, fuck that shit. Fuck that. I am not doing that. I'm good. I'll skip that. I'll do that when I'm so bored that torturing myself sounds more fun than whatever I'm doing at the time, you know, that's not really going to happen very often, you know? But in any case, so when I see stuff like this, where you just got a little bit of everybody working on the game, I just get concerned. I get concerned because it's like, all right, it's way too many hands on this. How are you going to take control of everybody who's working on these games? Which, by the way, they're not on the same office. They're all over different. Some of them are in different fucking countries. You know what I mean? So you got all these people working on a game, sharing files and all this. It's just, I think it's going to be a convoluted mess. Hopefully it's not. But I think it's going to be a convoluted mess. Hypno will platinum Assassin's Creed Shadows when he gets drunk. I don't drink, so I guess that's never going to happen. Azrael says, you know what's funny? Yasuke is in Neo 2, and they portrayed him just like Ubisoft as an actual samurai, but that wasn't a problem with Shadows. No, see, here the thing is they portrayed him as a warrior, like the unknown warrior, essentially, right? Like they portrayed him in a way that it was like a shadowless figure, or shadowed figure, not a shadowless, a shadowed figure, no pun intended. In history, the way they portrayed him, and they also made him like a side character. He's just like a little side character, somebody you could fight. That's basically it. Hypno, you need to play Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC to be a real one. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to prove any more than I already did by playing Shadows initially. I am good. I have moved on. I'm good. But in any case, so these collaborations have me a bit concerned about Fable. But to be fair, I was already concerned as it is, right? Nobody's sitting here thinking Fable is going to be this masterpiece, because I really don't think it's going to be. And all this does is just add more concern on a video game that I'm already concerned about at this point. But all we could do is wait and see what's going to happen from here. So we'll see.